What's up, everybody? Emceemur here. I'm having a fantastic day, and I hope you are too. And it is time once again for another fantabulous game review. And this one, I gotta tell you, I wasn't as excited for this one as I have been for other releases that have come out this year, only because I am new to the series, but it was still on my radar, and honestly, after seeing what I've seen, it is high time I get down to business on this series. Strange that I've actually never done it before with all the RPGs that I've done, but there's lots of them. This is just one I haven't had a go at yet, and it's coming to us by way of our friends at NIS America. This game is soon to launch. It is time to get down to business, and it's kind of strange that we're doing it in reverse, but this is not the first game series I've done that with. Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel 3. Yes, number 3. I have not done number 1 or number 2, but I can tell you, just based on what I'm seeing in this game so far, it does a good job of catching you up. So while it would be ideal if you've played the previous installments, I would say it's not mandatory. But it is mandatory that you eventually get to all of them. I can tell this is some quality stuff that we're dealing with, and I want to talk to you today about some of the stuff that I've seen and done with it so far, and why you cannot afford to miss this fantastic game. Really exciting stuff. Again, this is not the first time I've done something like this. I worked my way backward in the Mass Effect games. I worked my way backwards in some other series that I can think of. And you know what? Still enjoyed them. Still had a great time. Just glad to finally be getting to this, and can't wait to see more of it. But right now, we need to make sure that you can see some of it. Let's get down to business right now. Alright, so Cold Steel 3. Let's start this out with the first thing that really stood out to me. Holy crap, the amazing voice acting. I mean, it's really good. So it does that much better of a job pulling you into the dialogue and the plot. But cutscenes are long enough to pop corn for, and maybe a box of Junior Mints and a Jumbo Coke. So be prepared for that. It sounds like a complaint, but from me it really isn't. I'm enjoying the story, and I'm enjoying getting to know these characters. It's all relevant content too, so the game doesn't drag at all. The insane amount of cutscenes and walking around is by design. It presents the plot, backstories, and rounds out your impressions of the characters. There's even a developmental aspect of bonding with characters of your choosing. These events are limited by point expenditures and essentially gives you, in a sense, a path to choose that could be different each time. You can talk to everyone. And what's more, it all seems relevant in some way, unlike many RPGs where lots of the NPCs just say loosely related Bullduke, or in some cases, nothing at all. The character animations are insanely detailed. I mean insane. Even at a standstill. In many instances, just breathtaking. Or just taking breaths. Graphics are cut and clean, just so polished. It's one of those games you just look at and you buy without question. The game is every bit as complicated as other JRPGs I've played, and then some, but it's well organized, and the tutorial does a better job of preparing you to play than many others I've seen in recent past. It engages you and trains you without boring you to death, and without having you too far removed from the action at any one point. It seamed together cleanly with the development of the story and character activity. The weapon designs and descriptions are extremely creative and round out the already three-dimensional characters nicely. The orbment system takes me back to the Final Fantasy VII days of installing materia into weapon slots. Instead, here we're installing orbs of quartz into a slick flip phone called an Arcus, all of which has its own crafting system for endless combinations and upgrades. You're already ready to pre-order this if you haven't already, but I'm just scratching the surface of what you're in for. The look of the character doesn't seem to alter with the change of equipment, and that's usually a turn-off for me, but not in this instance. Rather, they opt for obtaining additional costumes and hair colors as items along the way, some of which are actually available as pre-order bonuses you'll get when you reserve your copy of the game. This series reminds me of the old days on Phantasy Star 2 and 4 on the Sega Genesis, in that they have an art style in both character builds and game worlds reminiscent of those games. A large, lavishly detailed world map, and high-tech lasers and robots, but still old world elements of sword swinging and sorcery, and characters that are as three-dimensional as they come. And while we're on robots, specifically, I mean mechs that are commandeered in this game called Panzer Soldats, adding even more depth to the sophisticated yet completely understandable combat system. And the damage by location adds to the uniqueness and the need to strategize. I mean, come on, it really doesn't get much cooler than this. So let's talk about what else you're in for. Now, what's a JRPG without a robust fishing minigame? Because you gotta have that. And it does. Yeet fishing. And now, a CCG? They have their own version of Magic or Gwent going on up in here. This game just earned some major bonus points with me. A collectible card game in-game. And it's my understanding that this wasn't in the earlier installments. Not that it has to be, but it's always a welcome addition despite being a huge, albeit fun, distraction from the core game. Now, I could go on. I could, for a long time, in fact. But I think we're ready to move for dismissal. Case closed. You're buying this. And depending on how the rest of this game plays out for me, I mean, this really may be my vote for Game of the Year. This is just incredible. Well, there you have it. Cold Steel 3, baby. Loving it. Cannot wait to spend more time with this. Not even really sure how much more time there is to spend with it. The game just looks immense. There's so much ahead of me and so much ahead of you in this fantastic product. Coming your way October 22nd. We will have a subsequent live stream here. We'll definitely check out some live gameplay. I want to bounce some ideas off you guys in the community and really just talk about what we've got here, but it just looks fantastic so far. I mean, the quality's through the roof. This exceeds. This is just above and beyond what I expect out of a given JRPG. This is really the creme de la creme when we're talking about, you know, what you get and what it does in every department. Just really, really pleasantly surprised with the overabundance of goodness packed into this great game. And I can't wait to go back and enjoy the previous installments. I mean, I got a long way to go. There's lots of these games in the Legend of Heroes series, but hey, you know, life's a long song. Lots of time to get to it. What did you think about this? Is this for you? And a lot of you that watch the show that are diehard RPG people, and you know who you are, I definitely know it's for you. But are you new to this series? And if you're not, was this perspective interesting to you in the least? What do you think about what you saw here today? I hope that you're going to leave me a comment in the comment section of this video, because you know that I love getting a conversation with you right here on the Emceemur Show. I want to know what you thought about what you saw, and I hope that you liked what you saw. Hope that you liked this video, and most importantly, I hope you're going to drop a like on this video. And if you have not already done so, I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur Show. Be a part of our nation. We're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smack that notification bell so you are always the first to know when new content goes live. You know that I love making it for you. I want to thank NIS America again for the opportunity to take a good long look at this fantastic game. Again, can't wait to do more of it. I hope you're getting your pre-order in. Emceemur signing off for this fantastic review, and I will see each and every one of you again next time.